Can you hear me? If you cannot hear me, you can reply N. And if you can hear me, you don't need to reply anything. Okay? Anything abnormal, any problem, you just reply N so that I will adjust my equipment here on my set. Hello guys. Yeah, nice to have you back. Thanks for coming back to my live broadcast for today. And the topic for today, we focus on the Singapore market. Recently, we talk a lot about the US, right? But I know that many of you are still trading the Singapore stock market. So today we focus on the Singapore, and we will talk about the individual stock Medtec. Okay, 546 ticker 546 Medtec. Okay, so is it buy point again for Medtec? If you check the performance for today, Medtec has been in rebound in recent 2 days. Maybe some people are thinking, is it another chance to buy, right? And then compared with the rest of the individual stocks in the healthcare sector, you realize that Medtech is the strongest. Then why Medtech is the strongest stock in the healthcare sector? Okay, and then the third part I will say for you, individual stock analysis. I hope you get your stocks prepared now so that later we can save time. I don't want to waste your time, so you better get your stocks prepared for now. Okay. So before we check about Medtech, the details about Medtech, we still need to check the indexes a bit, because homely, the investment philosophy is index first, individual stocks next. The index is always important to check. But yesterday I mentioned about the indexes for US, and today, no, we have last night for US we have a rebound, right? But this rebound is within our expectation, right? Because I mentioned the price maybe can fluctuate within the yellow line, the support of the Nasdaq. Sorry, go to Nasdaq. Okay, so currently it's Nasdaq, right? So I mentioned it's possible that the price might remain volatile between the support at the blue lines of rainbow and the resistance of the yellow lines of homely rainbow, right? And currently the price is trying to break up the resistance of the yellow lines, but I mentioned it's not that easy. It's not easy for the price to break up the resistance here. So means for short-term trading, even for short-term trading, it's still not that safe to enter for the high-tech companies. Okay, and for Nasdaq and S&P 500, it's roughly the same, but for S&P 500 the rebound is less forceful. Now the price is still remain below the last yellow line of homely rainbow, right? But for Nasdaq, just now we saw we saw the price already touch the last yellow line of rainbow. Means for Nasdaq the rebound is more forceful than S&P 500. And then how about Dow Jones? After quite a sharp drop the day before yesterday, last night we also have a rebound. This rebound is also not as strong as Nasdaq, right? So this is for US. I think for a certain period the price might remain volatile. It will remain current situation volatile market. Means it's no longer as easy as previously before August to make profit in the stock market for US and for the high-tech companies, US high-tech companies. Okay, so means you need to change your strategy, right? So yesterday I mentioned about I help you reviewed about the several individual stocks I show you to master how to find the strong stocks with potentiality, right? So I hope you can monitor them all by yourself, especially if you are already homely member. You can monitor the several stocks I mentioned all by yourself with the software. So I mentioned 3 Singapore shares and also 6 US stocks, right? So if you have watched my video yesterday and the previous day, maybe you already know what they are. If it's the first time you watch my video, you can go to check this my previous videos in the channel. You subscribe to the channel, you will be able to get them. Okay, and this is for US. Then how about for our FSSTI? So for STI, we say already the general performance already turned bearish because the STI already dropped below the strongest support of 2,500. For which, let's check the latest performance. Latest performance for now, our STI is okay. So roughly the same level as the close price yesterday is 2,462 points. So no drop, no rise, so no progress, no significant movement for Singapore. And also for Hang Seng, it remains at the same level as the close price of yesterday. So currently it's 23,713 points, okay, for Hang Seng Index. And we say that for medium term already confirmed the market turned bearish for Singapore and for Hong Kong. And how about for Malaysia, KLCI? So for KLCI, the chart, we say currently the price is still around the strongest support, the final defense line of the blue lines of rainbow, and the white lines here as the resistance. And for today, what's the performance for today's KLCI? So a drop by 8 points. 8 points. Currently it's 1,497 points. This is the current price for KLCI, right? A small drop. Okay, small drop should still remain. Okay, so yesterday the close price is 1,505, right? So today it just dropped below the low price of yesterday's open price. So that's not a good sign. It means the market is a bit weak. It's also turning a bit weak. If the price cannot go back above the blue line and the white line, then for KLCI also no chance for KLCI. Okay, so this is for the indexes we need to check a bit. And then we just go straight to the point for today's hero, Medtech. So why I want to talk about Medtech? Because if you check the performance for the day, then you will realize that for Medtech, the performance today is quite good. So the rally until now is 9.32%. The rise is more than 9%. So it's a very big rise. And also yesterday we already get the price went up a lot. So if you check the daily chart, okay, so the red and white circle yesterday is the first red circle, and based on our trading system, for short-term trading, first red circle is a potential buy point. The confirmation comes when after that the close price is higher than the high price of the first red circle candle. So today, until now, the price already confirmed higher than the high price of the first red circle candle. So it might be a buy point for short term. This is for short term. Then if we check the medium term trend, don't forget about homely rainbow, okay? If we check the medium term trend, we see the price is still below the first yellow line of homely rainbow. The first yellow line here is acting as some resistance. If the price can break up, then we will have even higher probability that for short term, we might have another rally for Medtech. And because recently I heard some news that in some countries we have some second wave of the COVID-19, right? So it becomes even much more serious than previously. So means the healthcare sector might still remain let's say might still have chances in future. And considering for Medtech, the correction here already lasted for a long time. The top is in August. Okay, so 21st August, that's the top. And then until now, it's already 1 month. So 1 month's correction is regarded as a significant correction. And the price even dropped below the yellow line a bit. But the good news is for Medtech, we see the price drop below the yellow line for just 2 days. The third day, which is yesterday, the close price already go back above the last yellow line of homely rainbow, and today also continue going up. So means this might just be a false downward breakthrough. It's not a real effective downward breakthrough of the yellow line. Means for medium term, we still have chances that for Medtech it's still healthy medium term uptrend. Means if based on short term trading, if the price remain above the yellow lines, short term buy points, you buy when you have the confirmation, you are safe. You're quite safe. Okay, even if you're wrong, doesn't matter. The software will tell you to a stop loss. If it turn to a white circle, you sell. You will never lose big amount of money if you follow the circle here to trade. But once you catch an opportunity, it might be a very big rally. Okay, and we know this one still may have great potentiality, because if you check multicolor dragon, so this one has big boys more than 75%, and still until now, right? So retailers roughly remain below 25%. It's still okay, right? And so means for Medtech, for short-term trading, you can follow the indicators to trade. Follow the indicator, red and white circle, and multicolor dragon. And then the second question is it that for healthcare sector, all of the individual stocks or most of the healthcare individual stocks are rising? Not really. If you check, for example, UG Healthcare, right, 418. UG Healthcare, yeah, today it also rebounded a bit. Let's say yesterday and today it also rebounded a bit, but we can see very clearly that UG Healthcare, the rebound is less forceful as Medtech. Medtech is the strongest. UG Healthcare is less, the rebound is less powerful. And maybe some other, let's say Riverstone, AB4. You see, Riverstone is the weakest among the three because today the price dropped a bit and currently remain below the yellow line of Homely Rainbow. So for Medtech, it already confirmed the medium-term bearish last week, I believe. So this, you see, this is the first candle. Price break up the last yellow line. You check the date. That's September 9th. Okay, so already below the yellow line, last yellow line here for 2 weeks, right? So means it already turned weak. It's the weakest because you see, just now we check Medtech and Riverstone. They are still above, or let's say for Medtech it's still above the last yellow line. There was a false breakthrough, downward breakthrough, but finally Medtech go back, right? And for UG Healthcare, it's also stronger than Riverstone. You see, for UG Healthcare, the price didn't really drop below the yellow line here, right? So it's stronger. And then maybe you know some other healthcare sector stocks belong to healthcare sector. Let's say 505 Asia Medic. How about Asia Medic? So for Asia Medic, we see today we have a first cycle, but you check it's very weak. The rebound is very weak, right? So, and if you continue to check some other Singapore healthcare stocks, then you realize that no one is stronger than Medtech. Medtech is the strongest, right? But why Medtech can be the strongest innovator stock in the healthcare sector? So we go to the end of day software to check the details. Okay, so for 546, why Medtech can be strong? Firstly, check, just now I mentioned Mordecai Dragon, right? So you see, during this correction lasting for 1 month, for Medtech, the big boys still remain above 75%, quite stable. Means it's still controlled by the big boys. The big boys, they still have full control of this stock. That's the main reason why Medtech can be strong, can be the strongest in the healthcare sector. And the second reason is, if you check volume, for Medtech, the volume is also quite a big one, right? So 46 million. So means it's very active stock. A lot of people are trading it. It's a superstar. Then you check for Riverstone, make a comparison. For Riverstone, we can see obviously during this correction, the big boys, they have left. A lot of big boys have left, and now the red bar below 50%. But remember, for Medtech, it's still around the 75%. But for Riverstone, already dropped below the 50%. So that's why it becomes weak. It cannot go back above the yellow line again until now. Ever since September the 9th until now, 2 weeks, the price remain below the yellow line because the energy supply is not sufficient now. But for Medtech, energy supply is still quite sufficient. That's for one reason. The other reason is, well, you check the volume for Riverstone. Obviously, Riverstone is not as active as Medtech. It's just 2 billion. 2 million, sorry, 2 million. But for Medtech, just now we check, it's around 40 million, right? So that's another reason. And then, meanwhile, you check, even if you follow the indicator, okay, so Riverstone, yesterday, that's a buy point. But for today, we don't yet have the confirmation, right? And this is for Riverstone. Then how about UG Healthcare 418? Well, you might argue that for UG Healthcare, the big boys also quite a lot, around 75%, right? But why UG Healthcare is not, the rebound is not as forceful as Medtech? If you check multi-color dragon, then maybe you cannot find the answer. But how about you check volume? Volume tell you that for UG Healthcare, the biggest problem is the volume is a bit low. It's just around 1 million. Compared with Medtech, around 40 million. So this is a bit too small. Means UG Healthcare now is the most popular one. Medtech now is the most popular individual stock among the investors. Okay, and then it is popular. Then combining the condition that it has big boys take full control. That's why the rebound is the reason to this rebound is quite forceful. And then for UG Healthcare, so we don't yet have a short-term buy points, right? We don't, because it's still wide circle. Yeah, and then for the rest, they are quite weak. For example, just now mentioned this 505. Asia Medic, okay? Asia Medic, you check, for one thing is the retailers already above 25%, so too much retailers, and the big boys now already decreased to be around 25%. So that's quite that's not a very good sign. So that's why the price remain weak, although it's still now above the last yellow line here, but it's just a weak, because for one thing, big boys have a lot of big boys have left, and retailers, they are increasing. The other is also lies in the volume is a bit small. The volume is a bit small. Okay, and we don't have buy points based on the red and white circle for short term. Okay, so this is the reason why Medtech is the strongest. After the comparison between Medtech and the rest of the healthcare stocks, then you can come to a conclusion. What kind of stocks can be strong, can be very powerful? One condition, the first 3 conditions I already mentioned. We have altogether 4 conditions. The first 3 conditions I already mentioned in my previous video, which will be uptrend, right? The price must be in medium term to long term uptrend. That's for one thing. And the other thing is, which is the most important thing, is it must has big boys take control. Big boys more than 50% or even 75%, quite stable for a while, for a long time. So that kind of share, usually the rally would be quite forceful ones. That's the most important factor to check. And then the third condition is we must have a short-term buy point. Then you check the red and white circle. You will know whether or not it's the best timing, the proper timing to buy immediately. Okay, and then the fourth condition I didn't share before, which is the volume. Volume is very important information to check. If the volume, you make a comparison between 2 stocks. For one stock, the volume is obviously very high. The other is very low. Then if the rest of the conditions roughly more or less the same, you pick the one with bigger volume, because it's more active, so the rebound or the rally will always be much more powerful, forceful than the stocks with less volume. Okay, so that's how you can find strong stocks all by yourself in future. Okay, so that's the contents for today, and then we come to the third part. It's about the individual stock analysis section. So you can put your stocks in the live chat section, or you can WhatsApp me privately. Do you want to check any individual stocks? You can check either Singapore market, the US market, the Malaysia market, or the Hong Kong market. I know these four markets are the most popular in Singapore. I think a lot of you trade these markets, right? So you can check for the software, you can check all of them. Okay. Have you got your stocks ready? Oh, hyphens, right? Okay, so the first one to check is hyphens. Okay. Hyphens. We can check the real-time chart because it's Singapore market. Currently is in trading. Okay, hyphens. 1G5. Oh, yeah. Today we have a forceful rebound, right? So today for hyphens, the rebound is quite forceful. That's why today we have the circle turn to a red, right? So today is the first red circle. But don't forget, currently the yellow lines, very strong resistance. Once the price break down the yellow lines, it's not easy for the price to just break up the strong resistance and go back above the yellow lines. So that's why today we see the price used to soar up to touch the yellow line, but then turn downward again because the resistance here is strong. It's not that easy to break up the resistance. And then the other thing is you check the retailers. Now is almost reached the 50% retailers, and the big boys is around it's above 25%. So too much retailers. The big boys not so it's not so beautiful, or the big boys not that strong. They are weaker because they haven't yet reached the 50%. 50% means the big boys take control. Okay, so that's the other thing. And then finally you check the volume for this one. So for today the volume is around 6 million. Okay, volume is okay, 6 million, around 6 million volume, okay. But before today, the previous days, we check the volume is quite small. It's less than 1 million. The day before yesterday, this is yesterday, and the day before yesterday, the volume too low. Only today, the volume begin to increase significantly, right? So that's also a good sign. If the volume increase significantly, means that people begin to pay attention to this one. So you can monitor this one. If in near future the big boys can keep increasing, the popular turn upward, then the retailers will decrease, right? And then we have the confirmation here, which is the price can really break up the yellow lines, because when the price break up the yellow lines, it also stand above the high price of the first reciprocal candle. That's our confirmation to buy for short-term trading, right? Yeah, so this one you can monitor. Okay, so this is also this one also belongs to the healthcare sector, right? Of course, compared with Medtech, this one is not as powerful as Medtech, but you check the price. The price is also a bit cheap. It's not as expensive as Medtech, right? Okay, so that's for hyphens. The second one is COSK. COSK, is it a US stock? Wow, is it the one I mentioned in my previous two videos? COSK, clean spark, right? Okay, so clean spark. I mentioned this one, and I mentioned it on 18th September, and after that we have a forceful rally. In one day it went up by more than 20%, and then yesterday it dropped a bit, right? So if you haven't, you never buy here, you can, it's not that safe to buy now because it's after 20% rally. You already missed the best entry point. The best entry point for short term should be as low as possible. On the precondition that you are safe, then you buy as low as possible. You already missed the best entry points. But if you already bought before, you have bought in time before the big rise here, then how to judge whether or not you can keep holding? The simple method is you just follow the circle, right? As long as it's red circle, you keep holding. You keep holding all the time until it turns to a white circle. You can sell for short term. Yeah, that's for clean spark. So the other one, OSTK. OSTK. Wow. Okay, so overstock. For overstock, you check because the price now still remain below the yellow lines. So below the yellow lines means the trend for medium term is still remains weak. We need the price break up the yellow line. The first yellow line here. We need the price break up. If cannot break up, it's also possible that the price might drop, turn downward again, and the circle would turn white. So it's not that safe to enter now because the safest buy point is we have the price break up the resistance here. At the same time, we see the retailers now is around 25%. If the retailers can decrease, that will be better. We can be safer. If the price go back above the yellow line, I believe the retailers will decrease. Okay, so this one may have opportunity. It may have opportunity, but now the buy point is not confirmed. Now confirmed. It's not that safe to enter immediately. Can monitor. This one can monitor. Okay, so do you have some other stocks you'd like to check? If no other people, then we continue to check this MAT. MAT is the code or the name, because I get too many individual stocks appear here. I don't know which one you're talking about. Do you have the name? Some details? MAT. Is it the metal belonging to Nasdaq? MAT. Is it this one? Okay, so for MAT, this one is the white lines now is going flat, right? And we also have a sideways platform here. As long as the price remain below the top of the sideways area, the price can just give us some ups and downs within the box area. We need to wait for the price to really break up the resistance here, the sideways platform, so that we know it can turn upward again, continue going up further. Until now, we don't see the signal that the price can break up. So we need to wait for the effective breakthrough of the resistance level here. And then for this share, it might have opportunity because the big boys now is around 50%. So, and no retailers, right? So that's a good sign. And for volume is for US stock is a bit low, 4 million, but still okay. 4 million still okay, just a bit low, and the price is around $11. It's a penny stock. And then we also need to check the future resistance level. Okay, so let's check how about the resistance. The resistance currently, this is the strongest resistance, the longest blue bar here. So we need to wait until the price can really break up this level and also this, right? This is the top of the sideways area. So break up, the next target level should be around $14.15. Okay, when the price really break up the sideways platform, the next target level might be $14.15. But you need to know that it's not that when the price really break up, the price can just keep going up all the time until it touches this strongest resistance. It's also possible that go up a bit, then drop first, then up a bit, drop first, quite volatile, to reach the level, then to see whether the price can break up or then turn downward again, right? But we know that if the price really reach this level, this should be very strong resistance. Okay, now we're waiting for the price to break up the current resistance levels. Okay, someone asked about Medtecs today already surged by 30 points, 30% yesterday and today, right? Of course, for short-term trading, if you want to chase after the rally, that's not good. That's not safe to do. Your trading system should be never chase after the rally, and you follow your own principles, your rules. For example, I actually just now already mentioned, currently the yellow line is acting as resistance, right? So if the price remain below the yellow line, it's also possible the price might drop in near future. It's also possible. If the price break up, then you are actually based on the circle, today is the buy point. Today it is the buy point. And then you buy, you need to follow the indicator, right? It's not really chasing after the rally, because yesterday is the first circle, that's the buy point. Today we get the confirmation. Only that for this share, we need the price break up the yellow line. If cannot break up, maybe still would drop first. So that's why it might be not that safe, but already this share is quite a good one. So the success rate is already very high. But if we are not that lucky, if it's wrong, then what to do? Stop loss. If the price really cannot break up the yellow line, it drop below the yellow line, the last yellow line again, we just stop loss, right? We lose a small amount of money, not a big deal. But what if we the buy point is a very good one here, then the price can break up the yellow lines here effectively, continue going up to give us a big rally, then you can catch the opportunity here. Because for Medtech, this correction here lasts for already 1 month. So if really this is not a big final top for Medtech, so you buy after a long-term sideways or long-term correction. It's not long-term, it's let's say a medium-term correction. this is the best entry point. You don't want to chase after the rally when the price break up the previous high again, then you try to buy, right? That's really called chase after the rally. But for today, it's not really chasing after the rally, but only we need to take note of the resistance of the yellow line. And if the price cannot break up, we need to get prepared to stop loss at any moment. Once we see the price unable to break up, a drop below the last yellow line again, you stop loss. That's the best strategy to take for Medtech. Okay. All right. I think for today, let's call it a day. And hope you have learned well. The individual stocks, all the stocks I mentioned in my video, that's not the point. I'm not here to recommend you stocks. I'm here to show you how to do the analysis. I hope you focus on the methods, the way how I think, how I analyze. You follow and you master it. Make it a part of your own analysis. Then you also can improve little by little, and finally you can become a winner in the market. But for this video, maybe you only can learn limited knowledge and skills. So if you're interested, I recommend that you can attend our training courses for Homely members. Some of the training courses are open for public. If you are not yet Homely member, you can contact me privately. You can WhatsApp me privately to register for free our training courses, which are designed for our Homely members. Okay, and if you feel my video is helpful, also in the end, don't forget to share with your friends. Tell them to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell before the subscribe button, and make sure the all option is chosen. Okay, so your encouragement, your encouragement will be my biggest motivation. I hope more and more people can come and join us. Okay, so that I can keep doing it and do it better and better. But if I see the number of people cannot increase, then I might be frustrated. Maybe I might I think I mean, it's possible that maybe in future I would stop this channel to try some other methods. Okay, so I hope that if you really like my videos, you can share with your friends. Okay, share with your friends. Let a lot more and more people come and join us to learn together, improve together, and become the final winner in the market together. Okay, that's all for today. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye bye.